Hey guys, welcome back for another short flow. Today what we're going to be exploring is stuff I'm sure you've seen before in our classes. We're going to be modifying everything. This is a class for all levels, anyone who's looking to kind of go back to those basics and also see how maybe if they're in an intermediate or a strong flow and they're just looking to dial some things back, they can take those modifications. So we'll start off in a comfortable seat. You can be sitting on your knees, you can be sitting cross-legged, but wherever you are, start to close down your eyes. Feel your breath moving down into your belly. There is a rise and fall, but it's coming lower, it's not in the chest or the shoulders. It's expanding through the midsection. Gently start to drop right ear to right shoulder. Just 2 more breaths here, allowing that length through the left side. Back through center, left ear to left shoulder. Back through center, keep that length through the spine, start to turn your head so you're looking over the right. Maybe you draw that left shoulder a little further back if you want some more. Through center, take it to the other side. Move back through neutral, bring your hands to the earth, make sure you're squeezing the mat. Even though we're going to be modifying, we still want to have this engagement. Some cat-cows, so drop the belly as you breathe in, lift the crown of the head up, tuck the chin, tuck the hips, push that space between your shoulders away. And then keep moving with your breath. Slowly as you need to, slowly as you can control that inhale and exhale. And then your next breath in. Come to a neutral spine, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the legs if you need to. You can come to stillness straight away if that's what you'd like. If that's what's going to serve you. Any movements we take in this practice are really mindful. There's a reason behind them. When you feel open, when you feel ready, start to find that stillness. Bend your knees as much as you need. Keep the sitting bones spinning up. Just one more round of breath here. Start to slowly, if you can, heel toe your feet towards your hands. When they get there, land in a ragdoll forward fold. So let your head and your shoulders hang heavy. Bend your knees again. Allow your spine to lengthen towards the earth, but let gravity do the work. There's no need for you to force anything here. Go a little bit more. Start to release your hands slowly. Rise up to standing, roll the shoulders back. Take a breath out. Urdhva Hastasana, lift your hands up towards the sky. Keep the belly button moving in. Uttanasana, forward fold. Breathe out. Bring your hands to your shin. It's going to give you a nice guide to straighten through the spine. Then plant the hands, step back, high plank, straight away, shift forward, breathe in. Drop the knees, breathe out. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. What I want you to really try and do is create a straight line from your knees through the crown of your head. So how are you going to do that? Broadening through the collarbones, tuck the tailbone under, engage the glutes. Just one more breath. Slowly start to lower down towards the earth. Keep the elbows hugging in as you breathe out. Baby cobra on the in. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up. Lower down, breathe out. And start to squeeze the upper back. That's what initiates this movement. Lower down. One more time. Your hands are going to come off the earth this time. Breathe in. Then release on the exhale. Keep that core engagement. Push through all fours. Down dog as you breathe out. We'll take this one time in flow. Take a breath out. High up on the toes in. Bend the knees, breathe out. Step to the top of the mat. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Crown away. Sacrum. And fold over, breathe out. Start to rise up on the inhale. Take your time, there's no rush. Land. Then fall back over, but lead with your chest. Bend the knees if you need. Halfway lift. Inhale, weight is in the toes. Plant the hands, step back. High plank. Shift forward on the in. Drop the knees. Lower down to the earth as you breathe out. Baby cobra in. You can have the knees on the ground, push up through downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to move straight into our flow. So to get there, ripple forward, land in a high plank, knees can be on the ground. This is where we're going to start, where we're going to finish. So take a breath out. Ground that right hand. Pivot on the right knee, side plank with the right knee down. Now here, you can always take the full variation if you'd like, but I'm going to demonstrate everything modified. So even with that knee on the ground, we want to be really engaged, lifting the hips up. We still want to get some work through the right obliques. And here, we're using that engagement through the right hand to keep everything really strong and stable. If you want to play with that balance, you can start to look up to this left hand. Take one more breath in here. Start to step that left foot forward. Again, pivot on that right knee as you breathe out. Rise up, crescent lunge. Keep the back knee on the earth. Now just like any crescent lunge, we want that belly button moving in, bottom ribs towards the top of hips. We're still trying to get that posterior tilt through the pelvis. You can engage that right glute. Take a breath in. Half Hanuman. Start to straighten through that left leg. Think about taking your left sitting bone back. Whenever we're lengthening through the hamstrings, always think chest towards toes and taking the sitting bones away from the heel. Try to round over through the spine, keep it long and straight. Take one more breath out. Fingertip lunge, breathe in. Now here, keep that expanse through the collarbones, but let your hips sink down towards the earth. One more inhale. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, land in that modified high plank with the knees on the earth. Still sacrum tucking under. Open through the collarbones. Take a breath out. Then we'll move to the left side. Pivot on that left knee. Side plank. Breathe in. Even here, we're still strong. We're still building strength through the hand, through the shoulder, through the core. So make sure your hips are still lifting. Make sure there's a straight line from that foot through the torso, through the crown of the head. One more breath in. Slowly start to step the right foot forward as you breathe out. Crescent lunge, rise the hands up on a breath in. All the same on this side. Tuck the tailbone under, belly button in towards spine. Engage that left glute. Now, of course, if you want to take the full variation of all of these postures and you know what that looks like in your body, you're more than welcome to go for it. One more breath in. That sitting bone goes back. Half Hanuman, breathe out. The chest towards the toes, keeping the spine really long. Melting the chest towards the toe. One more breath out. Stay low, keep the hips towards the earth, fingertip lunge. Allow them to sink down. Keep opening through the chest. And keep that long line from the knee through the torso, through the crown of the head. One more breath in. Plant the hand, step the right knee back. We land in this high plank. And make sure the hips are in line with the knees, in line with the shoulders. We're not just in a kneeling position. We want to be building strength here. Alright, we're going to start to flow it through. The knees are going to stay on the ground the whole time. We'll take a breath out. Side plank. Breathe in. Left arm rises up. Slowly start to step the left foot forward. We're going to use a whole breath out to step it up. Crescent lunge. Rise the hands. Engage the right glute. Straighten through that left leg. Now it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. The knee can be bent. Fingertip lunge in. Plant the hands. High plank. The knees down. Modified. We go straight to the left side. Left hand down. Right hand up. Breathe in. Slowly move that right foot to the front of the mat. Breathe out. Crescent lunge. Can't really talk. Breathe in. Straightening through that right leg. Half Hanuman. Breathe out. Creep the fingers forward. Fingertip lunge in. Then plant them down. Bring the right knee back in line with the left. Hips in line with the knees and the shoulders. Straight away, right side. Left arm lifts. Breathe in. With as much control as you have, try and step that left foot forward as you breathe out. Crescent lunge, rise up on that back knee. Half Hanuman. The left sitting bone moves back, chest goes forward. Fingertip lunge, sink the hips down, breathe in, length through the spine. Step the left foot back, high plank. Straight away, left side, breathe in, right hand rises up. Slowly step that right foot forward, breathe out. Crescent lunge, rise up, bottom of ribs towards top of hips. Half Hanuman, chest sinks towards the earth. Fingertip lunge, breathe in, broaden through the chest. Step the knee back. We're going to go through one more time either side. Land in that high plank straight away. Right hand down, left hand lifts. Breathe in. Then slowly, left foot forward as you breathe out. Find that strong base. Then lift up. Crescent lunge, inhale. Half Hanuman. As you breathe out, start to move forward. Fingertip lunge in. Plant the hand. Land again in that high plank. Left hand down, right arm slowly towards the sky. Begin to move that right foot forward as you breathe out. Crescent, start to rise up. Engage that left glute. And take the right sitting bone back. Fold over, begin to move forward. Fingertip lunge, inhale. Hands down, knee back, high plank. Gently and slowly begin to lower down. As slowly as you can, then land on the earth. Start to turn your cheek towards the mat. Take a moment here. Let that flow settle in. Again, maybe you take a little note of that's what some modified postures look like. And you can take those with you into any practice. So before you get too comfortable here, you're going to come into Shalabhasana. So start to turn your hands over, and we're going to go through a few different steps of this posture. Pushing your big toes into the earth. Our first movement as we breathe in, the head, chest, shoulders lift just like in Cobra. Now if you want a little more, you can either take your feet off the earth or your hands off the earth. Try just going one at a time. Then if you want to keep going, you can take hands or feet, whatever you haven't taken off yet, off the earth. But keep everything hugging towards the midline. Shoulders are squeezing, legs are squeezing. Maybe you try to take the crown of your head a little further away from your toes. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Release down towards the earth. Wobble your hips side to side. No fancy transition here. Just start to roll over onto your back. Here we're going to be moving towards bridge pose, so make sure your feet are sitting bones distance apart, a little closer than hip distance, and close enough to where you can reach down and brush your heels. We're going to start by pushing our feet into the earth. Our hips are going to rise up. After the hips, sitting bones, lower back, upper back. When you get to the top, start to roll your shoulders underneath. Now you can either grab the edges of your mat, interlace your fingers, robot arms, whatever you need. But make sure the weight is going down through your shoulders and not through your neck. Knees are hugging in towards each other, hips rise, chest open. 2 more breaths here. And slowly start to lower down, hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you rock side to side. Start to plant your left foot just where it was. Take the right ankle over the left knee. Flex the toes on the right foot. We're coming into a figure 4 shape, so grab a hold of either the left thigh or the left shin. Start to hug it in towards your chest. Now if this is still a shape that's a bit inaccessible for you, maybe you're really tight through the hips, you can start to bring this shape so you're up against a wall and this left foot is against a wall, and then you can just adjust yourself in and allow that to be what moves this package closer towards your chest. And there's modifications for all of these postures. Two more breaths, moving that package a little closer, releasing through the right glutes. And then we switch over sides. Just unravel the legs, move to the other side, thigh or shin on that right leg, or again using the sole of your foot up against the wall to draw this package in towards your chest. All we're trying to do is release through the left glute. However you have to get there is how you have to get there. Remember, there's no right or wrong in this practice. There's just sensation. As long as we're safe, feel stable, we're on the right track. Take 1 more breath. Start to unravel the legs, hug your knees in, rock and roll up and down until you come to a seat. Start to take your right leg out to the side, the left sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg. We're coming to Janu Shasana, but there's going to be 2 different variations. The first one, have your chest face the right foot. Make sure you're long through the spine. You can lift your hands up on a breath in. Then we start to fold towards that right foot. If you need to bend through this knee, awesome, go for it. We're trying to take the chest towards the toes, even though this pose Janyu shows chest. Sorry, my Sanskrit is a bit off today. Janyu Shishasana means head towards knees. We want to think chest towards toe. Just a few more rounds here. Take one more breath out. Start to lift back up. Now turn your chest to face this bent leg, the left knee. The right arm is going to come to the inside of the right leg. Left arm comes up and over. Keep the chest spinning open. We're not trying to just reach this foot here. We're trying to open through this left side body. So keeping that left hip heavy, reaching past the foot, keeping the chest open is how we're going to get there. One more round of breath. Start to lift back up, switch over sides, the left leg goes out long, right sole to the inside. Chest face the left toe first, breathe in, lift up. Fold over as you breathe out. Keep breathing, length through the spine, length through the hamstring. Start to lift back up. Turn the chest towards that bent knee, left arm to the inside of left leg, reaching up and over. Keep that right sitting bone heavy. Keep the chest open. We don't want to round over. We want to keep this lengthening in the side body. Two more breaths. Start to drop that right hand down, lift back up. Lay down on your back however you need to get there. Bring the soles of your feet together, allow your knees to fall out wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bring your hands to your belly, watch the air move in and out. Whenever you're ready, and know that there's no rush, you can stay as long as you need. Start to send your legs out long. Your arms down by your sides, land in Shavasana. Final resting pose. Even in these shorter classes, it's important to let everything land, let everything settle. Not just the body, but let the breath come back, let the mind sit in this space that you've created. Stay as long as you need. When you feel as though the time is right, start to move through one side, find yourself in a comfortable seat. Once you get there, keep your eyes closed, but bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Take a gentle bow of your head. Acknowledge your practice, and as always I leave you with what Maharaji left Ram Dass: love everybody, tell the truth. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. As always, if you have any questions, any comments, please reach out to us. We love to hear from you. We love to see your home setups where you guys are practicing. Tag us in that on social media. We'll see you next time.